Hi everyone, welcome to RPA Explorers channel.
In today's video, we are going to see about switch component, toolbox and filter. You have this switch component. Okay, let's see what they define in the document. So it's basically near to the if statement or your decision block in which you will be giving some condition, and based on the particular condition you have two blocks, whether it's true or false. But when it comes to switch component, you have the options to provide multiple values or multiple expression. Based on that, you can have multiple workflows accordingly. By default, it just have only one input parameter, which is your comparison data. Whether you can provide your expression, condition or any string value to this data. And when you click on this plus, you can add n number of options according to your requirement. And based on the comparison data you give, the option whichever is getting matched will execute its respective actions whatever you have over here. So let's see the example also what they have given. Okay, and also this enables us to set multiple values that are matched within the value which it takes from another component or method. So if you want to have any default value, you can directly provide it over here. I mean, like, you can transform the comparison data. If not, you can pass it from your external variable, which means from the previously executed component or the method. And also they say that it switches between value until it find an exact match. For example, let's assume that here I have the value like let's say I have something like 1. So my comparison data is 1. So it start comparing each option here. Let's say that here I have 3, here I have 5, here I have 7, and here I have 1. So my comparison data is 1 now, and this data will be getting compared with each option individually. So first it will check whether 1 matches with 3, not 5 is also not, and here the match is found. So until and unless it get the exact match, it will be trying each options individually. And if it doesn't even have any comparison data, directly it will come to the else part. So here you can do certain operations. That's what they say, that until it find an exact match. If no match is found, it enables you to execute an alternate action, which is your else block. Okay, and also they have given the procedure as well, like how you can navigate it. Like, you have to go to the conditions which is from the toolbox, and then they have also recorded some steps, like a simple example to understand it. Let's understand the example they have given. So they are comparing, I mean, the comparison data, they are just transforming from another variable. So here the comparison data is white, and they have 3 options: orange, green and red. So first time this white will be compared with orange, so it is not matched, it will go to this block. Green, not matched. Red is also not matched, and we do not have any other option, so it will automatically come to the else block where they say that no match. Okay, and you could also see the annotations they have given, that it takes the value that is matched with multiple values, the multiple options, value which needs to be compared. So it's not just that you have to add your message box or just a single activity or variable. You can also have another additional activity itself for each options. And they have also given how you can use your different ports. Okay, now let's see another example to understand this, maybe a real-time example also. Let's see. So what I am going to do is that I'm just going to launch an application, and let's take this rpachallenge.com, which can be launched in any of your browsers, right? And in order to provide my browser as my comparison data, and based on my browser I'm going to launch it with a universal application connector. But in real time, if you have any application which could be launched on multiple browsers, then you can go with it. If not, you can make a decision accordingly. So for example, I have added my universal connector, which is called this drop down list. Double click on it, and here I am just going to start it. So the universal connector will allow you to choose the option for your application type. So in one I am going to choose Chrome. Okay, and in option 2 let's choose Edge. So whichever application is getting launched first, I want to continue my actions. Okay, so here let's call my comparison data as Edge. Okay, So let's say my option 1, okay, let's add the option 1 as Chrome. Let's see the option 2. So if it is Chrome, I want to launch my Chrome website. If it's Edge, I just want to launch it. If none of these option matches, I want to print my output that the given comparison data is not found in the options, or whatever you want to display it. Let's say no match. Okay, and let's provide the start parameter as well, which is now. Let's run and see it, and also make sure that extension is enabled on both Chrome and Edge. Let me run this. So first comparison data is Edge, so it opened the website on the specific window, so this is good now. Okay, let's also try with Chrome. Okay, this time Chrome is matched, so it also launched the application in Chrome itself. So let's see what happened if the match, I give some different value. Let's say I give Firefox. Okay, let me run this. Okay, since we do not have that option, it is coming to the else block and we see the exact message over there. Okay, so this is a very basic example. All you have to do is that you either can have separate activity. For example, if your particular website is going to launch on Chrome, make sure that you have some activity over here. So let's say I want to have some activity, and inside which you can do, okay, this particular activity itself on RPA challenge, so you can do all your actions inside your RPA challenge website. So, and also it is not just for your browser or anything, you can also do any actions whatever you want. Try with some condition or some expression probably. Okay, so here I'm just going with let's say 10. Okay, and inside this I want to give, like, I just want to give some condition. Let's say 5 plus 5. So 5 plus 5 is 10, so it should go to that block. And let's see 5 plus 9 something. Okay, okay, let's see what's happening now. And I'm going to close Edge and the Chrome. Okay, now let's run this and let's see. I think it should go with the no match. Let's see. Okay, then it is no match now. So let's double click on it, and here if you go to the data type, it is of object. So let's try changing the object to be integer. Let's see in that way if it is counting it or not. Let's do the same over here. Like, right click on it, port properties, and then you can change it. So let me change integer and let's see. Okay, we have an error. Input string was not in the, okay, let me string. Here I have made some modifications, like it is not taking the condition or expression on your options, but you can provide your conditions over here. For example, in the comparison data, I have this 1 plus 9, which gives us 10. Okay, so I'm just checking if I have that option after I complete the expression. So the expression will give me 10. So 10 is found over here, so it should launch this particular application on Chrome. Okay, let me run this. Okay, so now it is getting launched. So basically, make sure that you do not have any expressions or condition on your options. All you can do is on your comparison data. And let's also try something like, I just want to multiply 1 by let's say 5, and let's also try something like should return me 10. Let's see. Okay, so this is perfectly working fine. And also we try with something else, like I have a word like demo, and I want to get the length of this word. Okay, and this length will be 4. So let's see. Okay, 4. As the length is 4, it is going to the no match because we do not have any 4 over here. So let's try changing this to 4 and we'll see. Okay, this is perfectly working. So make sure that you have any conditions or expression on your comparison data, and according to that condition the perfect option will be executed. So this is a very simple example to understand this switch component, and in real-time example or in your complete automation, this plays a major role when between different options or categories. Forget to like this video to recommend more people. Thank you so much for watching this video.